Good morning, afternoon, or evening. This is a message from Spirit, and I will begin with A Course in Miracles. God has this is lesson 228 in A Course in Miracles. God has condemned me not, no more do I. My mother knows my holiness. Shall I deny her knowledge and believe in what her knowledge makes impossible? Shall I accept as true what she proclaims as false? Or shall I take her word for what I am, since she is my creator and the one who knows the true condition of her daughter? Mother, I was mistaken in myself because I failed to realize the source from which I came. I have not left that source to enter in a body and to die. My holiness remains as part of me, as I am part of you, and my mistakes about myself are dreams. I let them go today, and I stand ready to receive your word alone for what I really am. I think we're just letting go more and more of the things that have been told to us in this world, and just really feeling humble because we really don't know. We really don't know. What is love? Okay, I'm going to read from Melody Beattie's Journey of the Heart. And today's reading, June 26th, is Say Goodbye with Love. When traveling with another person, we sometimes come to a junction. It may be in the best interest of one person to go one way to see certain sights, gain certain experiences, learn particular lessons, and for the other to go in another direction. This is a difficult time of challenges, maybe hard choices. Blending journeys sometimes is not always best or even possible. We can accompany another on his or her journey, but there may be a price to pay for that. We may forego our own journey and become passive observers. We can ask or insist that the other go along with us on our journey, but for the most part, he or she may be as bored and restless as we would be if the situation were reversed. Sometimes we need to let go. Sometimes we need to say goodbye. These junctions can surprise us. They can appear early on or after years and years. They can occur in friendships, professional relationships, love relationships, or with family members. Although arriving at these junctions may be a surprise, it's usually not an accident. Often, it's an important part of the journey. Feel all your feelings. Although you may need to feel angry for a while, clear all resentments from your heart as soon as possible. Say goodbye with blessings and love toward the other, thanking the person for all he or she has helped you learn. Remember that any curses you place on another will ultimately come back to harm you too. Grieve your losses, say your goodbyes, then let each travel down the road that he or she needs to go. Holding on won't help. Let both be free to plan their own journeys, map their own trips, and embrace and enjoy their own destinies. Set others free to achieve and experience the path that leads to their highest good, and you too will become free to find yours. So around this time last year was when I realized I needed to let go of my 25-year marriage and get a divorce. And it was because I wanted to go one way and I wanted one thing and he wanted something else. And he had been telling me that for a while, but I wasn't really ready to hear it because I had invested so much. But it ended up being the right thing. I'm much happier now. I'm doing the things that I love to do, and I'm being supported and loved in such a gentle and sometimes hard to believe way. So we're going to continue with the archetype cards by Carolyn Myss and just explore what are some of the archetypes that we're working with, the stories that we have been told, and maybe there's a different interpretation. Maybe things aren't what we thought they were. And what are we using to discern that? Teacher. The light attribute is the ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. And the shadow attribute is manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits and destructive skills. Okay, what other archetypes are we working with? What is the story that we are uncovering? Visionary. We got that one the other day. The capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. Willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. So you have a vision inside of you. The shadow attributes are selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. I was thinking about that the other day because you see all these videos where they tell you, I'm going to tell you something about weight loss or something about like staying young or health or something like that. But they make you watch this I don't know, really long video to get that information, and then they sell you something. And I was thinking, like if you really wanted to help people, I know we all have to make a living, and I know that we need to value our gifts, but if you really wanted to help people, why don't you just do it? I don't know. Okay. So we got a few more. We got Alchemist. Transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. The Messiah, serving humanity and with humility. We were just talking about that. The shadow attribute is exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. The shadow attribute of the alchemist is misuse of power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice. And the poet expresses soul insights in symbolic language. Shadow attribute is turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. Okay, so teacher, visionary, alchemist, messiah, poet. Let's see if we can get more information about these from the Light Seers Tarot. What is the story that's coming out here? Okay, so if I'm just following like what I have been getting and a little bit of what's coming in now, you are going to be teaching the vision that you have, which comes out of transforming your shadow, or whatever it is that you struggled with on this earth. What was your story? You're alchemizing that into, you're bringing it into the light and alchemizing it. And then you're going to use it to serve humanity by bringing forth, yeah, I don't have that one yet, the Messiah. The poet, I think is really, it does really express soul insights in symbolic language. So it's communicating what you're getting from spirit out into the world, and a lot of it is metaphor. Okay, that's what I'm getting so far. The Messiah serving humanity with humility. So that is that humbling and recognizing that you don't know, but coming from that place and serving humanity from that place of not knowing, really. And that one keeps coming, the not knowing. So, and then around me, I see a lot of people that are just like really like acting as if they know everything, that they're so sure of themselves. And that's bothering me like more and more. And usually when it bothers me, it's because I have some aspect in myself still. But also the other aspect of which is like, I really don't know. And I know you don't know. Because I thought I knew. And I was wrong. And by that I mean, like, we all have our own path and our own truth. So you don't know mine and I don't know yours. And most likely you don't even know yours yet, unless you have had an awakening, which is like when the illusion, you start to recognize the illusion. Things start happening to you and they just are so absurd that you're like, wait, this can't be real. When everything that you thought you knew starts to get questioned. It's not comfortable. But we can learn a lot from that place. Okay. Judgment. That is the awakening card. Community, 3 of Cups. The High Priestess. Listening to your spirit. Ooh, the 3 of Swords. And the 4 of Swords. Yeah, so this is that... When I found this deck, this was like the worst card in the deck for me, and that was before I realized I needed a divorce, so it was kind of a premonition. And this is just resting after that, recognizing that we need to rest. Heartbreak when you had a dream and it died. Or it's just the ending of something. Okay, but I want to read a little bit more about these cards because we have Judgment under Teacher, 3 of Cups under Visionary. Maybe you have a vision of how the world can be, how we can live in community. Some sort of vision around that. The High Priestess is under the Alchemist. The 3 of Swords is under the Messiah. which makes sense to me because it is when you have this heartbreak, this cracking open of everything that you, like this just devastation, that you just start to let go of everything that you thought you knew. And it does humble you, but it gives you a lot of compassion for everyone. It gives you a lot of compassion. And that is the gift of the Messiah. And the poet is under the Four of Swords, so maybe like resting in that and just coming back to your heart, letting Spirit speak to you in its symbolic language. Maybe I won't read any of these. So maybe you're being called to talk about your journey, your awakening journey. Maybe other people need to hear it. And what it's given you, the vision that it's given you. Okay, I'm also going to get some messages from the guides. What else do we need to know today? I'm feeling very tired today. Like I got up and I just wanted to go right back to bed. And it's not even like I didn't get a good night's sleep, because I think I did. I don't feel like I didn't. Okay, know your truth. Dogma is a set of rules, principles, or beliefs that have been created by humans in this physical dimension with the expectation of being followed by others. From a soul perspective, dogmatic thinking is a facade because each soul has its own truth. These same messages keep coming out. And that path is not to be shared by all because that path will not best serve all. With assistance from your guides, your higher self has created a unique blueprint for your soul's journey that cannot be fulfilled by following the rules set forth by another. Your journey is your journey. Your truth is your truth. So you're going to be judged by people from the outside because they don't know your truth. The language of the soul is intuition, and you have the ability to be in constant contact with it. You instinctively know if something is right or wrong for you. Many beliefs concerning the mysteries of spirit will cross your human path, and you will innately know which ones to hold on to and which ones to discard. If something resonates with you, keep it. If it doesn't make sense to you, then it's not right for you. You are the creator of the belief system that works best for you. The mantra of this card is, "To thine own self be true." Okay. Be true to you. And then I just want to get like maybe a couple cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. I'm feeling a lot of grief right around here. Maybe you're feeling that too. Grieving these old ideas, the breakdown of this world that we thought was so real and so solid. But we're really learning what is real and solid. And that's the greatest gift. It's the gift of freedom. No place like home. Oh, I just want to end with that one. I feel like that was a personal message too. Number 50, no place like home. Authenticity, coming home to yourself, feeling at home, arriving at a place where you just fit, being comfortable in your own skin. So for many of us who haven't ever felt that way, and I can really relate to this one, because in leaving my marriage and starting my new life, I was uprooted and had to just move everything and change everything, and it's taken me a long time to do that. I started doing that in December. And what I'm coming to, and really a lot of it is culminating today, is just this feeling of wow, can it really be this nice? Can it really be this peaceful? Because it's peaceful. And it feels, I just didn't imagine it this way. I don't know. Just, it feels very peaceful and supportive. And I have this sanctuary and this refuge from the world. And I'm just really grateful for that, because I never had that feeling of being at home here. And it feels really nice and good and safe. Home feels safe and secure. It's a comfortable place to rest and create, a place that is known and you can call yours. This card signals that your ability to trust yourself and feel at home in your own skin is beginning to solidify as you claim your dignity and integrity, aspects of yourself no one can take away from you. I kept feeling that, okay, when is it going to get taken away? When is somebody going to come in and interrupt it? When is it going to get sabotaged? And sometimes even thinking about sabotaging it myself, just because I never felt this way before, and I didn't know if it was okay to feel this way. You know who you are. You hold your head high, yet with neither pride nor humility. Instead, you stand as the observer, seeing through the eyes of your soul. This puts you in a position of power and strength. Authenticity is your home. You are safe here in the house of your spirit and spirit. I'm going to read the rest of it too. This is the relationship message. Lovers, friends, and companion animals are at home in your life right now. You are in sync and full of love, and you can be secure in the knowledge that it is reciprocated. Relationships elicit a sense of emotional safety, comfort, and the best aspects of familiarity now. Be home in this relationship. Together you add to the love of the world. And the prosperity message. When you act in an authentic way, you command the world to reflect back to you exactly what is in your highest good. Your business choices, the investments you make, and the creative projects you immerse yourself in are powerfully on point. Why? Because when you are fully yourself, radically accepting everything in your journey to date, both successes and failures, you will see the divinity in all things. That's true. Abundance is a natural progression when you experience this kind of authenticity. And then I'm going to read you the protection message too. There are times when what is familiar and known is not the best choice. Human beings are memory-driven creatures, and we all look for certainty, for what we know, even if the qualities we seek in other people and in external conditions are expressed in unhealthy ways. Avoid being too eager to find home. Choose something unfamiliar and trust that there you will find a new normal that supports your spirit. Remember, if you do what you did, you'll get what you got. Do the opposite of what feels right, even if it's uncomfortable, because what feels right is really what feels familiar. And you will attract and be drawn to the very things you don't want anymore. This time will not be different unless you do something different. Okay, so that's kind of where I was coming to today too, is just like, this feels very different for me. It wasn't what I thought that love was. But what I thought what love was not at all right. So it's just letting go of the idea that I did know. And learning. I mean, it's being loved without having to do anything. Being loved, supported, having a partner, doing things together, honoring each other, listening to each other. Not having to fight all the time. May you find love. May you find your home in yourself, with your spirit. May you find peace and joy and happiness and all good things.